I want what's coming to me, or what's coming to the world.
I told everybody, you fucking scumbag. He's a fucking bum. He's a fucking bum. My son could beat anybody when he boxes, bro. Ain't nobody could beat him when he boxes, cause that's what we do, we box. We don't need no fucking tune-up, bro. This motherfucker fucked up Ugas and Short Porter in sparring at 17. He's a master at boxing. When this motherfucker boxes, nobody could beat him. We fight Josh Taylor, we outbox the shit out of him, we win. And what the people gonna do? They gonna shut the fuck up, I'll be trainer of the year again. Fuck, get the fuck out of here, Eddie Reynoso, bro. A fucking banger, bro. Eddie Reynoso's a banger fucking trainer, bro. All that nigga knows is just throw left hooks and upper right hands. I'm trainer of the year, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck, cause we here to take care of anybody that's around, bro. You think, bro, my son was undisputed world champion of the world. You think we're gonna choose and pick who the fuck we're fighting next? Are you crazy? Bro, in the history of boxing, he's the only boxer in the world to become undisputed in 60 fights. They could get away with it, bro. There's no way that dude won, bro. No fucking way! All y'all motherfuckers sound like fucking bitches, bro. All y'all motherfuckers sound like fucking bitches, bro. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. Oh, this fucking, get the fuck out of here with those fucking pussies, bro. Fight our leftovers, bro. Fight Nakatani. Fight Lomachenko, bro. Come on. Show us something, bro. That's how it was back in the days with Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson, and everybody, man. Why are you trying to over here and try to bullshit that shit? You a social media dude, bro. I told everybody, you fucking scumbag. Scumbag, 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 scumbag. I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be possible. Low Nose Boxing. You already know what time it is. Hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to my channel, Low Nose Boxing. Before we go on the topic, let me tell you a story, right? Let me tell you a story of when Low didn't know. When Low did not know, and that wasn't that long ago. And no, I'm not a rapper. Even though it rhymed. Anyway, a little while ago, I was on my way back from Philadelphia, right? I'm on the road driving. One of my homies calls me up and says, yo, Lo, is Canelo Alvarez fighting Charlo next? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. He's fighting Charlo next. So my homie says, I'm having a $250 bet with somebody at work. He's telling me Canelo's fighting the little Charlo. I'm like, nah, he's fighting Charlo, the 160 Charlo, the one that's moving up to 168 pounds, right? So he's like, you sure? I'm like, bro, Low Nose Boxing. So we get off the phone, right? Listen to this. We get off the phone. I'm driving, whatever. I get into the city, and I finally park my car. So I look at my phone, and I see Canelo Alvarez versus Charlo. And it says Undisputed versus Undisputed. So I'm like, what? What? So I'm like, wait a minute. He's fighting little Charlo, right? So next thing you know, my boy calls me back. He's like, yo, Lo, I lost $250 because of you, man. Because I betted with my friend at work that Canelo was fighting the big Charlo, not the Charlo at 154 with all the straps. I had to humbly apologize myself, man. For one moment, Lo did not know. Lo was on the road. So with that being said, I apologize for that. But 2023 is a tremendous year in boxing, hands down. Bochinche demasiado. Canelo Alvarez versus Little Charlo. And in all due respect, I keep saying Little Charlo because I get confused with the names between Jermell and Charlo. But this is a very big fight, you see. Prior to this, it was speculation that Canelo Alvarez was going to fight the bigger Charlo. But Canelo would have faced a lot of criticism because the older Charlo, the bigger Charlo, hasn't fought in 25 months. He's coming off of a layoff due to personal problems, mental illness, baby mama drama, all that stuff. So big prayers to Charlo. Hope everything works out for him. But we have a very big fight coming up between Canelo Alvarez and the undisputed junior middleweight champion in Jermell Charlo, the Iron Man. This is a fight where we have two fighters that are the undisputed champions in their respective divisions. Canelo Alvarez is the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, and Charlo is the undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world. Once again, I've seen this story before. I've seen established champions jump up 2 weight classes to challenge another champion before, right? It happens all the time. But this time it's a little bit different. Charlo jumping up to fight Canelo is not the same as Amir Khan jumping up to fight Canelo. Charlo versus Canelo is not the same as Mikey Garcia jumping up to fight Errol Spence Jr. Charlo versus Canelo is not the same as Kell Brook moving up to fight Triple G. Because Charlo is hands down the #1 fighter in his weight class. Charlo has single-handedly defeated all the top fighters in his division. So we're gonna give Charlo his flowers. Charlo is the most dominant junior middleweight champion that I've seen since Terrible Terry Norris. Charlo, unlike the other fighters that are mentioned as Canelo's potential nemesis, is an actual fighter that has been carving up his legacy. While Canelo was doing what he was doing, Charlo was taking on the best fighters in his division. So prior to this fight being announced, everyone knows that Canelo Alvarez signed a lucrative 3-fight deal with Showtime and PBC, right? So the speculated possible opponents for Canelo during this 3-fight deal is usually mentioned as Errol Spence Jr., who I'm surprised by people mentioning him because it's not a given that he's going to get by Terrence Crawford. They were also picking the big Charlo, and people were picking either Benavidez or Demetrius Andre, right? What a surprise. Canelo's fighting Charlo at 154. And this creates an incredible storyline. Now here's the gimmick. Assuming Canelo Alvarez beats Charlo, right? The other Charlo, in the meantime, should have another fight just to stay active, just to take off the rust and get busy. Maybe a fight against Demetrius Andre, which is a fight that's not a guaranteed win. But then again, in boxing, nothing is guaranteed. So look at this scenario. Canelo Alvarez fights and beats one Charlo, right? And now the other Charlo wants revenge. He wants that get back for his brother. This is like a movie, sort of like kickboxing when Van Damme's brother got beat up by Tong Po and Van Damme came out there and fought Tong Po. That's a creative storyline. That's an awesome storyline right there. Canelo fights both Charlos. And then Canelo could finally face off against David Benavidez, the Mexican monster. However, just like Charlo, the one that Canelo's fighting right now, carved out his legacy by fighting and beating the biggest and the best fighters in his weight class. While Canelo Alvarez is busy doing what he's doing, it's time for David Benavidez to carve up his legacy as well. He already has a solid win over Caleb Plant. So while everybody's talking about Canelo Alvarez is ducking David Benavidez, now it's looking like David Benavidez might be ducking David Morrell. So with that being said, David Benavidez should handle that David Morrell business. And assuming he can handle that business, because that's an incredible fight in itself. That's a whole nother video. But assuming that David Benavidez faces and beats David Morrell, by that time, Canelo Alvarez should have already defeated both Charlo brothers. Now we have a legitimate super fight. You see where this is going? No matter how it turns out, boxing fans win. Canelo Alvarez versus Charlo. 154-pound Charlo. Undisputed versus Undisputed. This is an unbelievable fight. In an incredible year, 2023, we done seen so many great fights in boxing. I'm excited. So with that being said, hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to my channel, Low Nose Boxing, and I apologize to my buddy out there that I gave the wrong advice to, man. You lost that 250. You win some, you lose some. It is what it is. I'm out.